Good morning, all property buyers, investors. Today we're going to showcase this beautiful home in Assagay, close to the new up-and-coming Western. It's a huge property, lots of land, a beautiful home, a kennel and catchery as well. But today we'll be introducing the home itself. So without further ado, have a look at the beautiful garden. And we'll go into the house. But before we do that, we'd like to introduce you to the couple who own the property, who can tell us a bit of their story. As mentioned, here is our beautiful couple. We've got Kevin and Josephine, or Joe Packer, and she prefers to be called Joe. And yeah, just to get a bit of their story and the history of how this place came about and the value of this property. I'd like to ask them a few questions, and I think I'll start with Joe. Joe, tell us your journey up to here. How did this all come about?
Yeah, well, we were involved, quite heavily involved with the dog showing community, and we travelled extensively through South Africa showing our Great Danes, and we knew a lot of people associated with the dog world and also many dog businesses. So when we heard that these kennels were up for sale, it was an ideal opportunity. And also Kevin had been waiting for his escape from his previous employment, which was corporate banking. So all of this together made the right move. And we've really enjoyed working here in this rural environment, and we've along the way forged many relationships with our customers, and we've seen their children grow up from tiny babies to grown-ups who come and deliver the pets themselves now. So it's been wonderful, and it's just been a privilege to become a valued member of the Upper Highway community.
So tell us, Kevin, how did the kennel and the catchery begin?
So Claudia, the current house with the initial kennels were built in the 1960s, when this would have been very much almost like farmland in the Bundu, as it were, so on the outskirts of Hillcrest. The owners then built one block of kennels and this house. Since then, we are only the fourth owners ever to have been here. Each one along the way has added their own stamp to it, and each one has added an extra bit to the kennels. When we arrived, there were 2 dog blocks and 1 cattery, and we added another 2 dog kennel blocks, and we added a staff compound for our staff. I, as Joe said, I left the bank to come and start this. She stayed on at the bank. That's where we'd met, just to help us get going, until we were able to, grow it sufficiently that she too could leave. And that's more or less where we are.
So Kevin, we already know that the kennel and the catchery are well established. So for example, as an investor, there would be no upfront costs. But what else would make this property a turnkey investment?
So Claudia, shortly after coming here in 2003, we became aware that Tonga Hewlett, who owned this sugarcane farm down here, had plans to develop it as they did in Shanga Rocks, for example. And the idea of West Town was already mooted. So along the way, with our neighbour next door, we applied to rezone this property from agricultural, which is what it was, to a commercial piece of land. And it's now zoned as business park, which gives any investor a great variety of different things that they can do here. Along with all the major development that's going on all around us, including right up to Cater Ridge, where that new inland dry port is apparently already under construction, we believe that any investment in this property now, with its fantastic M13 road frontage, etc., would provide a great return for anyone who's getting into it now, Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Kevin, could you also tell us about the land and future income opportunities?
So Claudia, the 14,000 square meters of land that's for sale is currently being used as a domestic home and also we run a business, Shongweni Kennels and Cattery, from here, which could be expanded by somebody with who was more savvy in social media, which us oldies aren't. Could expand the footprint of the business like that. Could also add additional services, grooming parlors, training, which is a big need that we don't have at the moment. So there is that opportunity. But on top of that, at the same time, when we rezoned the property, we also subdivided it. So we have a 4,000 square meter subdivision section which hasn't really got anything on it. And the options there are that a potential purchaser could either sell it off if they didn't want it, or they could do a development there and continue to run the kennels, and that could boost the income of the whole property itself.
Storage space.
Ideal for storage units. That was our plan, to do storage units on the subdivision, and then sell the kennels to retire. But the options are endless. Actually, business park is a great, obviously great opportunities, from a boutique hotel, chef school, cooking school, anything like that. I mean, even the kennels could be converted into accommodation or whatever. Another thing is, the house itself lends itself to be cut up into smaller pieces, and the current garage, house office and storeroom could easily be made into a flat for someone to run the business, while the two downstairs bedrooms could also be divided into a bachelor pad, leaving a 2-bedroom house here, and because you wouldn't be changing the footprint of the business, you wouldn't need any municipal approval to do that. So there are many opportunities for people to do many things here.
Going forward.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. As we come to the close of the short interview, Joe, could you tell us why exactly you're wanting to sell?
Well, Corey, we've been here for 23 years. That's quite a long time. We've really enjoyed all of it. I've especially enjoyed my garden, which I've developed. But everything has been a wonderful experience. But now it's time to look for another chapter in our life, and sort of I won't say retirement, but semi-retirement. And that's what we're looking forward to. But I'd just like to mention that none of this will be possible without our team of staff. We've got a brilliant team of girls.
They've been very loyal and faithful.
Very loyal, and some of them have been here since day one. So you need that teamwork to
absolutely
push the business
and
forward.
Also the handover, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, with that being said, you deserve your break.
Thank you.
Going into your semi-pension, and we'd like to now just take a lovely video of your lovely home.
Lovely.
Thank
Welcome.
you.